Hey guys, Tom Hale, the Hale Man with another Daily God Blog. Hey, I'm down here at the Portland International Airport in Oregon. Borders Oregon and Washington. There's the 205 bridge right there. Hey, today's Bible verse is Luke 11:19, and it's about taking action in life. It's about having the doors open for you that God opens and making the decision to take action through your free will. Trying to adjust the camera here. So, long story short, what I really wanted to talk to you guys about was one of my endeavors when I was 18 and me becoming a pilot. We didn't have much money when we were growing up, obviously, to even send me to college. So, right before my dad passed away, when I was 18, I graduated from high school, and we were sitting in the living room. This is a true story. I remember sitting there and my dad opening up the book of Mount Hood Community College, and he says, okay, here's your options. What do you want to do? Let's go through it. What was the first thing? Aviation. And we sat there and we talked about it, and we remembered all the times when I was a kid growing up here in Northeast Portland and watching the planes just like that go overhead and me pointing to them and saying, fly, fly, or whatever I did. So and I hadn't even thought about it for years. But right then, I made a split decision on the spot that said, okay, well, I'll do that. Basically, my dad was just saying, you know, get off your butt and you got to go do something right now. And he always, before that, he asked me what I want to do. And I always said, I don't want to be a pencil pusher, Dad, basically like he was. But now that's what I am, pretty much, with my real estate business. Anyway, getting back to that story, that was about taking action. I took action and I started my flying lessons. I paid for those out of my own pocket because I worked down at the Troutdale Airport and I did line service. I fueled airplanes, and then in my off time I would fly and pay for my own flying lessons. Anyway, my dad on his deathbed, he asked me, he said, I want you to fly that plane and spread my ashes. So that was really my goal then in life, was not to just become a commercial airline pilot, which I really didn't have the drive to do because to me that was just boring. So I pushed myself, and in about 2 or 3 years I did receive my private pilot's license. And I was able to actually spread his ashes out throughout the Columbia River Gorge, towards Hood River, about 50 miles from where you're looking at right now. And so what I'm trying to say is that he really helped me make a decision, and what I did was I took action at that time. There was a lot of people in my life that said, what are you doing? You know, you're not a pilot, you can't fly. I mean, why would you do such a stupid thing? Well, those weren't my friends at the time. I mean, they were at the time, but the next day they were no longer my friends. And these are the things that I have done throughout my life. It's almost like living a loner's life, but surrounding yourself with people that encourage you. So by hanging out at Troutdale Airport, I hung out with a lot of pilots. I hung out with people that were in the military, that were flying jets. And that was my next goal, was I wanted to do that, but I tried to do that, but I couldn't because I didn't have 20/20 vision. So anyway, long story short, I spread the ashes of my dad, and here comes another plane. Beautiful day out here. So I spread the ashes of my dad, and I really never flew after that for about, I'd say 5 or maybe 10 years. I don't even remember. But I still have my private pilot's license now, and it still enables me to take my family up and enjoy life like that, like God had opened those doors for me at the time. So getting back to taking action in life, first, you have to make a decision. First of all, you have to get pumped up about something and say, okay, I want to go for that. Then you make a conscious decision in your mind and say, okay, here's the action that I'm going to take. Here's the goals. Here's my end goal. You have to have a reason why you're doing it, something that pulls you. We call it the power of the future pull. Something out there. Like for me, it was my dad and spreading his ashes, getting that license, which I did. So then you take action. Then it becomes a habit. It becomes a habit of doing that particular thing that you're doing. So it's being involved, it's getting in the trenches. Like for me, it was out there working at Troutdale Airport, fueling airplanes and hanging around those type of people. The guys that were building me up, pulling me towards those goals. So there's been a lot of other things in my life that God has blessed me with that I'll share later. But right now, that's probably, since I'm down here at the airport, I really wanted to share that one with you. So I hope this has been helpful. When you guys have something that you really want to go for, don't just read about it. Don't just study about it. Just don't go to seminars and talk about it. Do something about it. And if it means ditching the people that are around in your life that you have to, that aren't going to support you, then do it. Like right now with my church buddies, I want to be more of a man of God. So I'm going to church a lot. I'm hanging around those guys. We have men's groups. I belong to 3 of them right now. These guys are building me up, pulling me towards becoming a better man of God, which I truly want to do and what I want you guys to do. And I know you've got it in your hearts, and a lot of you already are right now. So more power to you. We'll talk with you later, okay? See ya.